Searching podcasts for Dave, and one more time.
Hoo-ah! Well, these guys go away for 2 weeks, and suddenly, guys are boxing against girls in the Olympics. And our president is standing on a tarmac staring blankly into space while our vice president speaks a word salad that should have come with croutons and a vinaigrette. And then our commander-in-chief turns around and gets onto an empty hostage plane. Did he think we were trading him? Don't answer that. We know he wasn't thinking. Maybe there was ice cream on that plane. Whatever. Anyway, they're back to make things right. This is Dave and Juan. Hoo-wah!
And 3.
Number 2.
After 2 weeks off, America, who's still number 1?
Woohoo!
Yes, indeed, America. Hey, look, apologies. Tell you what, we weren't here last week, so this one, half price.
Hey, exactly. Yeah,
And for that, you
are welcome.
welcome. Hi, everybody. How are you? I'm Dave.
I'm Juan.
And this is Dave and Juan.
More time.
Thank you kindly. Back at it. Last week, I was out trying to earn a living. Got back in town. I think I'm busting my tail to get back to Texas to try to put on a podcast for the folks. And Juan said, "Yo, bro."
Yeah, I was busy.
I'm busy. I'm going vacationing. So don't adjust your screens at home. Juan is
Just a slight more tan.
just a slight more tan than he was last time you listened to him. So yes, I was in the exotic locale of New Mexico. Juan was a little more
I was south of that just a bit in Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. So how's life in Costa Rica, man?
It's pretty chill, man. What do they say? Pure vida, which is something like good life, chill, natural. It's very, very slow there.
Must be a lot of weed.
Yeah, I think there is, based on some of the souvenir shops I walked in yesterday.
That's everywhere. That's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad but true. It is sad but true that almost every U.S. city, forget Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all
And
marijuana.
it's front and center, man. Front and center. And I was surprised. I mean, this is, we stayed at a resort, so I didn't see a lot of that. But then
Well, of
our
course you
last
did.
day there, yesterday, we just went to a little town on the, kind of the bay, or there's a bay that meets the Pacific there. So we're kind of there in the little water area where every kid and their brother are trying to sell you $5 friendship bracelets. But so we just walked in a couple of souvenir shops down there, and first thing you see, man, glass look like crack pipes.
Yep. But friendship bracelets is a thing.
Yeah, they little knitted bracelets.
I don't see one on. I don't see one on you. So
yeah, well, don't you worry. Because they come up to you, they set them. They have like pool noodles, like a section about 2 feet long,
Right.
And they wrap them on there, and they walk around. And everybody's my friend.
there you go.
And you say no, thank you, or no, gracias, and maybe later.
Maybe later.
And then one little dude came up to me like after I told him no, and acted like he was gonna, fist bump me. So when I went to fist bump him, he just took his hand and acted like he was wiping his head. So psyched me out. But
there
I'm buying it later now.
There you go. There you go. He got you one. He got you. With salesman. I had a guy come to my door during the week. I was home. Might have been yesterday. Today's Sunday. I think it might have been yesterday. Hey, whatever. Middle of the afternoon, doorbell rings. I'm not going to describe the guy. I'll describe him to you off air. But he had like a kind of a yellow vest on. So I thought, well, he might be. At first, I was thinking ATT and wire. I don't know what it looked like.
Somebody working in your yard, digging down blinds or something.
Thankfully, he was standing back a little ways, So it's kind of. So I just opened the door a little bit because I normally wouldn't, but I was like, well, it might be whatever.
Right, he might have needed you.
So he's standing there, says, "Hey, how you doing? I so you cooking today? I understand you're the best I understand you're the best griller in the neighborhood. And I just looked at him, and I stopped myself from saying, like, literally the words that came to my mouth was, I should shoot you. Just
For checking me out.
like, how, first of all, has that line ever worked? Have you ever had somebody say, why, gee, where'd you hear I was the best griller? And by the way, I wasn't cooking anything in the back. It
But
wasn't.
maybe your neighbors sent him to your house to get rid of him.
I just thought, man, I ought to shoot you on general principles because you have now made me nervous. But I just said, I'd be good. That's my, yeah, it'd be good. Shut the door. But if he'd had a
So you don't know
friendship,
what he was doing?
I can give a crap what he was doing. I can give a crap. If he was doing anything official, he'd have started with, "Hey,
Yeah, hi, I'm so and
working
so.
on," yeah, not some ridiculous. But so that was wasn't quite I didn't have a beach like you. I wasn't being
Wow.
sold on but well, good. So all in all, enjoyed it. Joey enjoyed it.
I did. Yeah, it was fun. You know, somebody told us, you know, they sell these excursion packages in the lobby of the hotel and stuff. They've just got like professional groups there. And so we got there early, like check-in time was 3, but we got there probably at 11:30 or something the first day. Which, you know, you can go eat and you can go, you know, drink and stuff like that, which is the most important thing. But somebody told Joey that that this time of year, well, it's the off season in Costa Rica because it's quote unquote the rainy season. It's winter there basically.
All right.
You know, it's still 95 and humid, but it's apparently winter. But they said that they charge Costa Ricans more because a lot of them come at this time of year and they drink more. So they charge them more. So my philosophy was hold my beer. You know.
So wait, they charge the locals more? Or they charge
That's what
everybody
they
more?
said. The locals of the whole country. I mean, and that's part of the mentality is I envision everything like, you know, like Costa Rica is a country. In my mind, it's a city.
Yeah, well,
but it's, you know, it's a country.
Here's the news, guys. Rest of the world can be openly racist.
Yeah.
In America, we're so terrified of. I mean, even when you're innocent, just totally being accused of something. Rest of the world, not as much.
Well, let me.
You look like you from around here. That costs $3 more, bro.
Yeah. So we talked. There are very few people. Let me move my SpongeBob lamp back here so I don't look so stupid.
Oh man.
My son drew. Very few people there. Even the people who work there speak English. So you're kind of in the pool area. You know, I mean, we spent a lot of time in the pool with the bar in it. You tend to listen for people who speak English and you know, find a reason to talk to them. We bumped into this crew, and they were actually a Southwest Airlines flight crew.
That's a party bunch right there.
Well, so they flew in and they were in just for the night. And so we're shooting the breeze with them. And like, I don't know, we talked to like this one woman had a lot of people we'll bring Yeti cups.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of drinking the free drink out of an 8-ounce cup, you want it in a 42-ounce cup. That'll stay cold.
Wait, what free drink?
It's at the resort. Everything's free.
Oh, okay. But is it a side? So you just keep going back. You can go back as much as you want.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You just want them to fill it up. I got you. You want
right.
I got you.
But she had like a Chick-fil-A cup. So I said, hey, where'd you get the Chick-fil-A cup? Just curious. And so they started talking to us. And they said, oh, we're all part of flight crew and stuff. And then so I started talking to this other guy there who was with them, who looked like he'd have been a flight attendant in my mind.
Yeah.
And so I said, so you're a flight attendant? He got a little offended because he was the pilot.
You should have. You look like a flight attendant.
Yeah, but then I said, where'd you learn to fly? And he was in the Marines in Afghanistan and stuff. So
wow, okay, so that's just totally the mental picture I had when you told me he looked like a flight attendant.
He can still keep that picture. But anyway, so I asked them. Well, I heard Southwest is going to be changing their boarding policies.
Correct. Horrible idea.
But I asked why. And this goes back to how you said everybody can, in America, we can't judge anybody. Well, because if you've ever flown Southwest, the first thing they do is anybody who needs special assistance boarding,
And everybody does.
come on first. And they're not allowed to ask them. They're
Right.
not allowed to ask for justification or anything.
Nope.
Therefore, all the people who pay for premium boarding,
Correct.
who board after these people,
Correct.
don't have premium seats.
Been there, been there, been there, done that. But that's, well, that sounds like a lie, but they can go with that lie because
Yeah, I don't know. That's just their opinion.
yeah, no, the idea that airlines are doing anything because to make you happier is crap. It's ways to they're going to charge more. Promise you the prices are going to go up. But look,
Yeah.
it's the same thing. I fly United all the time. I was in first. Now I'm old now, and I'm just, if somebody else is paying, unless it's like Hawaii, like to fly to places like Hawaii or like Los Angeles, New York, the difference between coach and first class is big. Right? Like, right.
Yeah.
But flying to, like, I went to Albuquerque, the difference between coach and first class is like $150 total, maybe 200 round trip. So I'm sorry. If anybody ever gives me, I'm saying somebody else is picking it up anyway. So she fly first class. So I fly first class on United. Dude, first class is about the 6th or 7th boarding group they board. I mean, it's hysterical. It's parents with under 2, military. I'm not gonna get with military. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you military, whatever. 1Ks, this and that. Then it literally stuff. People just looking at each other like, when do you get to boarding class 1?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Anybody else left out here that didn't get on the plane?
But I know first world problems. I get it, but no, Southwest is gonna. That's not gonna work, man. That's not gonna. Especially as you start with, they've got decades of experience doing it the way they do, and they got some devoted Southwest passengers who are, there'll go be fights.
Yeah.
You know they're going to be fights.
It's annoying. I mean, so we flew through Atlanta to come back. And you got to go through customs, which the flight was literally 40 minutes early. We were supposed to have an hour and 40-minute layover.
Okay.
Well, because we were 40 minutes early, the gate wasn't ready.
Gotta love that. That's always the case, man.
Yeah. So we ended up being late to get to the gate. Now we're kind of hoofing it because in Atlanta, you got to go to a whole other terminal.
Atlanta's a mess. Yeah.
But then there are people in the line to go through customs which is nothing other than a line. But it's like one of these cattle line where it's like the whole, you're going back and forth like at Disney World or something.
They don't have to screen you anymore. I mean, you've been screened. You just
right. You're just walking through. And when one woman is fussing to one of the, I guess, the TSA people, that the other TSA people aren't doing their job. And I said, this is an idealistic woman right here. She's complaining to a government employee about other government employees as though that's going to get things done.
Coming through New Mexico, early flight. I don't know what I was thinking. Same thing, like booking a red-eye flight sometimes sounds like a good idea. It never is. You're flying overnight, never is. And the first flight out in the morning, it's never a good idea. I had like a 7:15 flight. Well, I'm 25, 30 minutes from the airport. Start backing it out, right? So I got to get up at 4:30, 4:45, and so you get through, and but it's good. I get the line. I guess everybody has to have a first day. Whichever idiot was on the screen, and you're sitting there looking at the X-rays.
Yeah,
bro, he was pulling everything. He was pulling, and I was thinking, there's no way. I mean, my bag, that bag has been through forever. I'm like, I'm not even worried about it. I know they pull my bag. Problem is, first thing in the morning, TSA, they got one lackadaisical, not really interested girl who sort of has to go through the suitcase after you get, and there were 2 other guys pulled before me. And I mean, taking her time and got people getting angry. And I'm sitting there thinking, okay, part of me wants a fight to break out. Part of me wants this to become a scene because I'm so angry. The other part is, okay, this is just slowing me down, slowing me down. It's like I'm weighing in my head. Well, how much do I want to see a fight right here? And how much do I just check the bag? And I had a corkscrew.
Oh, that's what you called it.
Yeah, but you can bring a corkscrew. I had a corkscrew in my shaving kit. Now, don't ask me why I got a corkscrew in my shaving kit. Sometimes you need a corkscrew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Just in case.
And the guy finally, he pulls, and I waited 10, 15 minutes for them to get to my bag once it gets pulled. And the guy finally pulls it and he says, oh, yeah, you can't have that. And I said, yes, I can. And he's like, I said, dude, yes, you can. It's a corkscrew. It's not a blade. It's not you can have a corkscrew. And he has to turn around to his fellow idiot. Oh, can we? Is it? Yeah, you can have that. And man, I just wanted to stop everything and say, hey, time out, Sparky. Can we all get on the same page? Because nothing is more comforting than the fact that you guys just
you don't even know.
winging.
Well, Joe, you're in Atlanta yesterday because once you go through customs, then you got to check back in, and you've got to go through security again. Something when she went through the little machine, something beeped, and they said, "Come on."
Oh, just come on.
Yeah, no big deal. I got this wand in my hand, but come on.
Yeah, I know we've said this a bunch of times, y'all. It's all a joke. It's all kabuki. It is
And
one of
when
the
we
biggest.
got to Costa Rica, and you're going through customs there, and they run your suitcase through the machine, the dude who was sitting there was playing a video game on his phone.
Sure.
Never looked up.
Well, I told you the story, and I'm going to tell it again. I told you the story of the time my wife and I accidentally we were going to a local IRS building or something because when I first started my own company, there was some form as before we did everything, some form I needed that I couldn't find anywhere. I had to go there, and this government building they made you walk through security and like an airport.
Yeah, they'll check everything. They'll wand you.
And we had dropped off my car on the way there to get the oil changed or something, and I removed, or her car, and I removed one of the biggest freaking, it's called a Taurus Judge. It fires 410 shells or 45s. Dude, it's like, it's a gun that if you run out of bullets, you can beat somebody to death with it. I mean, it's a big old gun. It was in her purse. Because when she dropped me off, I didn't want to leave.
Right.
When I dropped off, I didn't want to leave a gun, right? All legal, by the way, registered. We weren't breaking a single rule until we passed her purse with it. And you know what happened? Nothing.
Yeah.
Dude never caught it. Dude, and no, he didn't catch nothing. He literally. And at that point, I wanted to, and this was years ago. I think the statute of limitations is gone on this one because I just looked at my wife, and as it was coming through, I went, "Did you take?" Oh,
yeah. Let me not say anything about that.
And I totally got ready for, man, this is about to get, and I mean, he didn't, no, nothing. So then part of me wanted to ask him, bro, just out of curiosity.
You should have hit him up on the way out.
What? No, I would have. I thought about it, but no, that would have just exactly because even on the way out, it would have been. And who knows? They may have that stuff recorded where they could have gone back but so that again make you feel safe. Oh, don't worry.
What are you stopping?
Everybody, yeah, they're screening everybody. We literally just came in here with a loaded 45. Nobody. Yeah. All right. So again, I think the statute of total accident, but. There you go.
One of the other things that annoyed the hell out of me in that line, because again, we're now late, and it's just late at night. Like I said, we got up yesterday morning, had some drinks, and then went hang out, but then flew all afternoon and evening. I'm just, you're tired. So now I'm in that line, and then the whole cattle call line, and it's the people who, somebody else, you go ahead, I'm gonna catch up, and. So I see this guy, he's two people in the front of me, and he keeps looking for people. And he's waving them on. And there's 200 people behind me at this point. And so he calls them, and he says, you're just going to have to cut through. Just crawl under the ropes or something. And then it was his adult children. And so I said, because I knew what he was doing the whole time. And then when he said it on the phone, I said, or they could just get in line. And he said, well, they are my children. Oh, I said, well, that then certainly, by all means,
Or
come
you
on
can,
through.
or if you're that worried about them, go meet them.
Right. If they're your kids, why the hell are they by themselves?
That's even more annoying than the poor lady that shows up at church on Christmas or Easter and tries to block out an entire pew for her degenerate kids that never go to church.
Yeah. Hope they show up.
You know, but that's even, yeah, that's the worst. But oh, by the
Dude,
way, I forgot. I should have.
Go ahead.
I should have opened, but I forgot. So this is we're doing this on a Sunday. This probably comes out tomorrow on a Monday. So happy birthday to my wife.
And to you coming up.
And to yes, I think we'll have to see how we can record. So yeah, my wife's birthday is tomorrow, Monday the 5th, and mine's going to be on the 10th. So for a brief almost week period, we are technically 4 years apart.
Nice.
That's the only then I go back to that.
Wait, which one are you? Are you turning the big one?
No, neither of us are. We're both doing the I'm not going to say no, I'm not turning a big one. Our buddy Rick just turned 60.
You're not as old as Rick, so.
Our buddy Rick, I tell you what, I had the under on that. Rick made it to 60. You know, if we turn the tables back to the late 80s, I'm doing radio with that idiot. 60? That dude's gonna make 60? Dang. Nice. But he did. So happy birthday to our boy Rick.
Happy birthday to Rick.
And yeah, I think we got it's pretty much covered there. I did I don't know how happy she was with it. I did buy my wife a subscription or a monthly whatever the car wash, the local car wash.
Yeah.
We always go back and forth. We never know what to get each other, and I always say nothing. So I did that. So I'm gonna see. She didn't seem as excited because it's not the one that she uses. She's never been to this one before. And I'm like, it's a car wash. You just,
it's better.
I said, you like your car clean? I don't really care, but you got, so.
Well, let me tell you, when she gets used to doing that, it's a dream, man. You just pull up there.
That's what I'm hoping. And I did throw you out there. I did say, hey, Juan, she said, I heard the podcast. By the way, a good friend of mine.
Sometimes you get the urge when you go through to just go right back in.
Go right back again?
Because you can.
You can. Yeah. So we'll see how that, we'll see how she enjoys the country club of just being able to pull up at the car wash anytime you want.
Yeah.
And do it. Good friend of mine, the other day where we were dinner somewhere. And he's been listening to the podcast for, I guess, it's 3 years. We've been on 3 years, right?
3 years. Yeah, a little over 3.
It dawned on him 2 weeks ago that Dave and one more time was a play on words. he thought he had to tell me. He said, bro, you're not going to believe this. I was listening in the car and it dawned on me. That's a play on words. Dave and one more time. I'm like, well, didn't start off that way, but that's
well, we were I don't know, we were talking because we saw some porpoises or something the other day, and then we were talking about what's the difference between a porpoise and a dolphin, and I don't really know. But then it made me think of the movie Dolphin Tale that I had seen with my daughter years ago, and the dolphin basically got like a bionic tail or something like that, or some artificial tail. And it dawned on me at that point. I said, wait, was it Dolphin Tale, T-A-L-E as a story, or Dolphin Tale, T-A-I-L? I said, but it's a play, whatever.
We're not supposed to get everything. That's not, you're just not supposed to, I think a porpoise, I think a lot of times we call dolphins a porpoise. Yeah, because dolphins, there's a fish called the dolphin that doesn't look like anything like a, I don't know.
Oh, maybe. Who knows? I don't
know. So a lot of stuff is going on, man. We just, and congratulations to us for getting about 25 minutes into this and not talking about, it was amazing. 3 weeks ago, the biggest story in the world was the attempted assassination of a past and possibly future president. Dude, have they totally
well, they blew that out the news cycle.
Funny whole man. You'd have thought, wow, this is
so old. I don't think you can even find anything about it on Google anymore.
And here's the deal. And some of you, again, some of you have been watching this stuff as it goes on, and they had some Secret Service up there. They brought up that criminal that's in charge of the FBI. who just decided in the middle of his thing saying, well, we're not sure if he was shot or it could have been shrapnel.
Yeah.
Really? Really? Like watching in real time, I can tell you it was not.
But even if it was, so what is shrapnel? Part of a bullet, basically.
Yeah, no.
So it's almost, how can we lessen this?
That's 100%. Just like the Secret Service. So the person who was in charge, the lady who was in charge, she goes, she stonewalls, she does what she resigns, but she's gonna get a pension. She's off. She's gonna. The guy that's there now is worse. The crew cut guy that the GI Joe wannabe guy. He is, because as it turns out, he apparently played directly into some of the calls on like pulling stuff back. And my point is this, because people was texting me and doing different things. I don't know, because you don't want to think that any of them had anything to do with it, but they're not doing a really good job of convincing you that they didn't.
And again, I hadn't seen the news other than little headlines here and there, but I saw something today where they're talking about the transcript of the calls beginning an hour before Trump took the stage and citing the shooter. They said it's just like crazy because they knew he was there, or they were trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah, sorry. So, and the other footage has come out, and it's actually footage from one of the guys who was shot. He's filming. He had an angle behind. I don't even have seen this. He was behind Trump, and I guess the footage ends when he actually gets shot. He wasn't obviously not the guy who got killed, but he was injured, and you can see the dude, the supposed shooter, the 20-year-old Spider-Man. Apparently, he's must be one of the Avengers to be able to, right? You can see the guy on the roof running across and then stop, and then you can see him set up. It's like, it's beyond belief that he was there and they didn't take Trump down. They didn't move anything. And the answers that Secret Service give you are like, it's sort of in your face. It's like, yeah, at the very least, they're just basically saying, "Yeah, we didn't care. We don't care." We told him not to run. He decided to run.
Yeah,
that's on him. That's pretty much what's going on.
So outside events, it's all everything. I guess everything has become political, and that's even the stuff with the Olympics now and with the boxer. And I don't necessarily want to go deep
oh
there.
Man, hey,
but whether, look, here's the deal. And so if you've listened to the show more than 3 times, I've got a daughter who's a competitive swimmer. So that type of stuff matters to me because it plays a role in my life personally. But yeah, so now we're gonna say, "Oh, get over yourselves." She's a female. She just got male chromosomes.
Then, but that means no.
But here, no matter how you want to take that, no matter what it means, that means the person has an unfair advantage. In boxing, if you've ever followed boxing, somebody who's 120 is not going to box somebody who's 220 because the person who's 220 has a physical advantage. It's an unfair advantage. So now you're taking a person who has male characteristics chromosomally, if that's a word.
It is
and
now.
Putting them against a woman. Unfair. So I had a person who I posted the little "I'm with she" thing the other day, and it's oh, come on, everybody thinks they're a doctor.
Oh, you know what?
Get over it. So my thing to her was, I said, hey, and this is an intelligent woman, very liberal.
No, she's not. I don't know who she is, but she's not. I'm going to tell you, like I told my wife, and I'm sorry I'm interrupting you. My wife does this all the time. My wife prefers something like, so-and-so is so smart, and then she'll tell me the most asinine thing that person said or believes, and I'm like, by definition, they're not smart. So,
well, but so I said, well, okay, what do you believe? What are your thoughts on Leah Thomas?
Did she know who that was?
I've never heard of that person. I don't know who that is.
Of course not.
And I guarantee you she has.
Well,
guarantee you she has.
Was the biggest that was the biggest story up till
I said, please look it up and send me your thoughts on that. I'd love to know.
Yeah,
Nah,
a guy who swam for a team and he was the 400th something ranked college,
and
which is
now he
still
was
a
about
decent.
100 away from 400. So
Was that?
he was in the low
Okay, so he was in the
500.
500s, which is okay. That's better than me, but I mean 500 something
Yeah.
for a man, which basically means no. He probably doesn't even get to swim in the big meets, and all of a sudden he's the
No.
most successful female swimmer in all of college
Yeah.
swimming. Because now that was the most obvious one. That dude didn't do anything. That
No,
dude,
right. No.
that dude. I don't think that dude even tucked. I think that dude just went and said, he said, "I'm a girl now."
No. That was well. This is what we
Yeah,
talked about. So had no operation or anything.
correct. He just
Uh,
went in. He's full on male.
had male parts.
Mhm.
And was attracted to women.
Full on, exactly. But that's what the Olympics. Okay, so you got that going on, and you can tell, you can look, and I don't. It's one of those things because here's the other thing: they do drug test, right? They do drug test for different levels,
Yeah, part of it's hormone and testosterone.
and so, but it's a mess. I mean, it started off. You and I were not on the air. We'd have disagreed. I think you took a different attitude toward the opening ceremony. Like it's the Olympics right now. I don't know when it ends.
I
Is it
think
this?
end of this week. I mean, it's got another week, I believe.
Okay, I've not watched a minute. I loathe the Olympics now. But I'm gonna say I'm lying. I did watch today the last 5 minutes. I watched Djokovic. I'm a tennis guy. I watched Djokovic win the gold medal. I just happened to. I was doing something on my phone. I saw something, and I just actually caught the last, I don't know, 5, 6 points. And I didn't want to watch it because I didn't want to give any Olympic ratings. But I was like, okay, I'm a Djokovic fan. I want to watch that. But just like with that opening ceremony, which was, I'm sorry, it was obvious what they were doing. Now they all tried to cover it up after and pretend,
Mhm.
but here's what makes me more mad than the morons, the idiots, and the vile people that just decided, hey, let's offend a good part of the planet unnecessarily. Nothing to do with sports, nothing to do with the Olympics, nothing to do. Let's just be in your face.
Right.
Okay. You know what makes me more mad than that? Are the people who want to pretend they're smart and acting like, how dare you be offended kind of stuff. That's the worst. It's the people that wrap themselves in, oh, I'm above this. I don't get offended by, really? I bet you I can offend
Well,
you.
this is what yeah, Joey always says, what is gaslighting? Explain gaslighting to me. And so I use that. I said, here's what gaslighting is. It's people who know what that was, why they did it, and will then tell you that, no, that's not what it was.
Yeah.
And you're a fool for believing that.
How dare you? Yeah. How dare you believe your eyes?
Yeah.
How dare you believe what was obvious? And by the way,
it's just because you're not sophisticated or, you're not cultured like the rest of us.
that's what's funny too. When people are like, oh, you get offended too easily. And I'm always like, I bet y'all can offend you. Give me your attention for 30 seconds. I will offend you in a way. I will tell you stuff that will stay inside your head till the day you die, bro or ma'am. So don't play this I don't get offended stuff. No. Don't make me pull out the long knives. I hit you. I'll hit you where it hurts. So anyway, and it's not the same subject, obviously, but that's going on. So the Trump, we're supposed to forget, to the point of, if you try to Google, or I think it was Facebook, they're hiding the images of, the fist in the air.
You get, as I said, it's such old news, it doesn't even show up on the Google
in
thread
real time. They're trying to scrub this in real time. And while this is going on, so apparently, and here's what we're going to have to figure out. We're going to have a vote and figure out, is it Kamala? Like, how many different ways can you say her name? Here's what's never going to, whatever you say, they're going to say it's wrong. All right. Because that's like a big stink right now.
Yeah.
They're saying that Trump is not saying her name right. His attitude is like, I heard it a bunch of different ways.
Everybody.
Hell, Biden says it 2 or 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Okay. I can show you footage of her pronouncing her name different ways.
Because they all made a great effort to pronounce Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, really?
Right.
I mean, Vivek.
Whatever.
So
Vivek.
that's the world we're living in now, man. It's just bizarro world, and the lies already started. Oh, it's tightening.
But apparently she's pulling the same, campaign strategy that Biden had. Where
you know what? All this time, I would have thought Biden didn't teach her anything. Apparently, she don't answer jack. She doesn't. That's over a week and plus now running since the big coup happened, and it's a coup. It flat out is. I mean, You know, you can't. That's the thing. How can you threaten 25th Amendment on somebody, basically saying, "Hey, if you don't pull out,
Yeah.
we're going to call the 25th Amendment and get you
Yeah.
labeled
Yeah.
or
Pull.
judged to be unfit." But then, okay, then you
But you're
resign, but
fit.
you still get to be president for. Well,
Yeah.
did you see? And look, this isn't really a pylon, but it's. I guess it sounds like a pylon right now. Did you see? So they brought in some. I guess we did a prisoner swap with
Yeah.
the.
It was. I heard it was a fair trade.
I don't even know, man. I
It was.
last time we gave them back a proven thug killer for a
That's what we
basketball
gave.
player.
We gave him. We gave him a terrorist.
Okay,
Killer.
we gave him another terrorist this time.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's what we do. We trade terrorists. We give them terrorists, and they give us back reporters that.
At least I think this time it was. It seems like last time we gave more terrorists than we got people back.
Well,
this was we got 2 people back, and
whatever they did.
We only.
And I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna do whatever. But did you see the 30 seconds she spoke or the whatever on the tarmac?
I hadn't seen it.
Standing right next to the
Oh,
president.
I did.
You want to talk about? You'd have sworn that sounded like stuff that would come out of Biden's mouth. Like it was nothing. It was really. You sit there marveling like, wow, that was. Well, you hear the word salad. Whenever you hear a word salad,
yeah. That's where the word salad came from.
those are words. Those are words. I don't think they have anything. Are they random? There are words, but the kicker was after they do this, you saw what Biden did?
Mm-mm.
He turned around and got on the wrong plane. He
I saw her. I read that. I did read that.
And you could tell they were mortified because they didn't know what to do. Because they caught so much slack the other day when Obama had to help him off whatever stage he was. And, Dr. Jill is always there to sort of point him which way to go. Nobody was, I guess, Kamala, whatever. I'm just going to call her 4 different names. When they decide exactly, I think they're going with Kamala now. Is that?
It used to be Kamala, but I guess Kamala may sound a little too Muslim.
I don't know. I don't. Well, that's the one thing she hasn't claimed to be yet. So, I mean, that's, but throw that in there too. But so she walks away and he had nobody there holding his arm. And the dude turns around and walks up the hostage plane. That's the plane they just flew the hostages in.
So he actually went up the stairs?
Yes, he's climbed the stairs. And they were just looking at him and you could tell they were mortified. Like, what do we do? Who runs? Right? Who runs in?
Maybe they should have said, please take him back to Russia.
Well, no, that's why I read some funny memes saying apparently Joe thought he was being swapped. And then somebody else said, yeah, watch how fast they're going to say, oh, he just wanted to go on board to thank the pilots or something. They're going to come up with somebody. No, the poor dude, he saw, oh, plane. This is where I climbed the stairs to get on the plane. But so it's all great, America. It's all doing good. On the wrong plane. Let's see what else we got here. I want
to tell you, I've talked before about how adventurous an eater I am. You remember a couple of years ago, I tried a banana.
A couple of years ago, I tried a banana
and didn't like it. So the other day in the rainforest on a tour they said, anybody want to try eating some termites?
Hey,
I went for it.
Termites.
I thought they were going to be like the ones we have here that got the little wings and stuff. So I was big for it.
Were they fried, dipped in chocolate? What?
No, they were alive.
You ate live termites?
Yeah. They're a little bitty, like smaller than ants.
I don't think.
Tasted kind of minty.
Okay. I actually have no issue eating the termites. I don't think I could eat them live. I just, my wife got mad at me the other day for a long list of things, but I don't know. I crossed over somewhere in, I don't know when in my life. I just had because I hunted as a kid and, I like guns and I'm not a hunter anymore at all. Right. And it's sadly, I could probably shoot a person way quicker than I would shoot a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a win. I don't think I'm unique that way. I think there are a lot of people like that. It's like, I don't want to shoot. I'm not looking to kill anything. And unless it needs killing. Okay. Mm-hmm. Except like a fly, I will. I got to be honest. when I'm outside barbecuing or boiling shrimp
Well, it depends because that's annoying you. If it's just something that's there, not bothering you.
or
Yeah.
mosquitoes. But like bugs, dude, look, I'll get up and figure out a way. There's a spider inside or whatever. I will. My first instinct now is not to kill it. I'll get a paper towel or even a paper plate or something. And I'll just throw it outside. There's a zillion, it's like a jungle outside. I'll just throw it outside. Well, we're sitting in the living room and I was doing all kinds of things in and out. And, it's moving a bunch of crap and look down and there's a bug crawling on the carpet. And my wife's like, "Oh my God, that's a roach. Kill it." And I'm like, "It's not a roach." "Don't tell me that's not a roach." I'm like, "I don't think that's a roach. It's not like, one like the big old, the
Right, the big ones, the big
yeah, the big,
cockroach thing.
it was sort of, it had a different
Lion
shape.
roach.
It had a different shape to it. It was whatever. And I'm like, just a bug, man. It's just a poor bug that, it didn't. So I grabbed a cup or something and I might have checked with my hand. I just reached down and grabbed it. Man, she was like, "What happened to you? I cannot believe you are saving a roach." I'm like, First of all, I don't think it's a roach. I just think it's some poor bug, and then part of me, and I didn't go there because she was already kind of mad at me for saving whatever this bug was that made its way into our living room. But I was thinking, well, that's sort of bad on our part too. Like if it had been one of the big scary, big old cockroaches
big
we grew
flying
up
ones,
with,
yeah.
we kill those without thinking twice. And I'm like, that's some profiling going on right there, man. That roach didn't do any. But anyway, so that's
Well, they had one
So I
in
would not have eaten a live
bathroom.
termite, I guess is what I'm
well,
saying.
I ate that. I also ate. They opened, like we went to this little coffee farm thing, which was wasn't anything very exciting, but it was part of the tour. They grow coffee there, or they grow cocoa beans.
They're not the same.
Well, no, they grow coffee. They make their own. Costa Rica is big for coffee, but
Okay.
this farm is also made chocolate. So they had the big cocoa beans, which comes our cocoa, I guess, is a cocoa bean, but it comes in this big pod thing. And so they opened one, and they said, "Okay, chew this, but then you'll spit it out because it's got the cocoa bean in it." But dude, it looked the stuff around it was like if you'd have taken a case of Vienna sausage and scooped out all the sausage and just left the gelatinous stuff.
And that's in the cocoa bean.
Yeah. It's like a big old cocoa, like the pod thing is big.
Hell, bro, you already ate termites. That shouldn't gross you out.
But man, to put that in, ugh. So
Well,
I
I had something equally as exotic when I was in New Mexico, bro. I'm sitting, I was the night before I had to leave and I just, well, they told me this sports bar. So I'm like, well, all right, let me go see this supposedly nice sports bar in this big casino I was at. Now, don't get me wrong. It was fine. But part of me wanted to say, have y'all been to like really big, nice sports? You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things. Several people told me, "Oh, go check out and I guess there might have been betting in there. I didn't really see, but check out the sports bar." I'm like, But I sit around the circular bar and I'm by myself, which is kind of how I like it. I did my reception stuff, talked to some great people. Everything's great. But when it comes time, I just want to grab a beer and eat. I like being by myself. So I get there, I find a spot at the bar. Young lady comes bring me the menu. I look at it. I get to about the 7th item on the menu. Chili Fritos.
Oh man.
Chili freaking Fritos. I put the menu down. I said, no, bring me that. And there was some good stuff on the menu. I said, no, bring me the chili Fritos. And they bring it up. A big old bag, not the full size, but a big bag, a little fancier than the chili Fritos I would have had in the past because they had some shredded lettuce in there and some cheese.
They probably didn't put the chili in the Frito bag.
They did. No, it's a chili bag.
They?
I sat there and ate out of a freaking Fritos bag, bro. The chili and onions, chopped onions. So they went a little. It wasn't like the good old days. Galliana Junior High. You just cut that bag. You slop some chili on top,
man.
And I'm not sure if they put cheese on it back in the day. I think we just had, but it was good, man. I plowed through. I ate about all of it, and they had a little more fancy than that. They had sliced jalapenos in there as well. So good. But you know what? What I realized later on that evening that didn't happen when you were 10, 11, 12? Heartburn, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I realized, oh, I got a corkscrew in my shaving kit. I ain't got any Tums in my shaving kit. There ain't nothing like the kind of heartburn that sneak up on you at like 2 o'clock in the morning when you're lying prone after you polished off a big old bag of chili Fritos. I was feeling
The
it.
Tums are like a miracle drug.
Huh? I'm gonna have to. Yeah, they are. They are. Well, the other thing. Oh, when I was in Mexico, I was speaking at this great event, great
Mhm.
people. One of the speakers, the guy, and I met him. We hung out. In fact, we exchanged phone numbers and stuff. This guy's name's Nathan Osman. He's a nephew of Donny and Marie. He's a nephew, and he's got songs. He apparently they claimed he had like 4 or 5 number ones, but I don't know. Number
Could have
one
been
on the
maybe,
chart.
maybe on the Mormon charts or something.
I don't know. No, it's country. Country.
Okay.
He said his first album was produced by Lone Star. Remember that band Lone Star?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay. So he's got connection. He can name drop. Boy, he's a name
Well, I
drop.
guess he does. Yeah.
But hey, I give him credit. He can name drop. I thought about that. I was like, I guess every now and then in a speech I might name drop, but this guy had some names, bro. And it turned out his grandmother is the person, I forget what she started back in the day, what it was called, but eventually they turned it into the Children's Miracle Network.
Yeah, because I didn't realize that, but Marie Osmond always used to do those telethons.
Correct. That was his grandmother, and he's toured on various.
Well, which one of the
The
Osmonds?
oldest. So the oldest son, is it
Yeah, I don't
Alan?
know.
I think Alan.
I think so.
So
Yeah.
it's his son. And
All right.
and here's the deal, man. And again, I'm he's on the same agenda as me. Now he's before lunch. I'm coming after lunch. And I met him. Nice, super nice guy. Too nice. He's an Osmond. They're nice. They're like, but good dude. And he opened up singing. Flat out sang a whole song. His song. It was a pretty good song, and the dude's good. But when
was he there because he's an Osmond?
I'm guessing he does speaking stuff too. I guess
Okay.
he is involved with banking a little bit. He's got some side gig in banking and stuff, but he's a motivational speaker. He flat out, that's what they say, he's motivational. And I'm sitting there, and I normally would.
So when they introduce him, do they say of the world famous Osmond family?
Oh, yeah, that's a whole.
Okay, I was gonna say that at least made there's some connection.
Oh no, that's the whole story. Yeah, I give him credit, dude. If you're look, I'd be doing the same damn thing. Okay, if Maurice Martin or or Clifton Orgeron would have been famous entertainers or my parents, I'd be riding that train as well, but I don't. But he can. But it was good. He sang, and like I said, we exchanged. He texted me after and stuff. So like, we're buds, dude. I'm 1 degree removed from Donny and Marie now.
Hey, I'd have asked him. What's it like? Hey, can I come over to you and visit you for the holidays? Will Donny and Marie be there?
Bunch of them, right? A bunch of them. But that was.
Yeah, they probably got a clan.
That was fun stuff. The other thing, I might have shared this. I think I put it on Facebook. You might have saw it. So I get something from a CPA, and I don't know what it is. It's some stupid government thing you got to fill out. Like it's, I guess, for money laundering, or I don't even know what it is. It's just one of the 1,000 other things they make you do to make you not want to have your own business. You know what I'm saying? Like they just create nonsense to come at you. So I got to go and just give whatever information. But then part of the thing, again, government website, you got to prove that you're not a machine, right? You got to do the dreaded, here's the boxes, right? And they ask you, let's see, can you click on dangerous animals? So there's a box, right? It's 9 squares inside the big square.
Right.
3 or 4 of the boxes are hummingbirds. One, maybe more than that. One of the boxes is a rabbit, is a bunny. 3 of the boxes are bears. Kind of cartoon, like they're all kind of, but the bears are wearing sunglasses. So I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know that a bear wearing sunglasses is dangerous. You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
in danger is a relative term, man.
correct. I was
Maybe
having to
I'm
think way too hard.
terrified of hummingbirds.
I'm walking there saying, if I'm out in the woods and I come upon a bear, I'll be terrified. But if that bear was looking kind of chill, wearing sunglasses, I'm probably thinking he's just hanging out.
Right.
He's no danger.
All right,
So hey,
better than the average bear.
hey, U.S. government, I really would like to know what's going on. Like, why? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it's all machine generated. Why do you have sunglasses on the bears? Why? Right?
Yeah, well, you should have went for the other animals just to see what it would do.
Could have been. Could have been. Let's see. What else we got here?
So yesterday, real quick, I had an LSU T-shirt on. Figured no harm, no foul. I'm not going to see anybody. We're at this little downtown area, so I stepped in a little restaurant or just go use the restroom real quick. And as I walk out, I hear this guy in a I guess Hispanic dialect yelling, "LSU, where you from? New Orleans?" And I look and I said, "Oh no, I'm from Baton Rouge." And then he comes up to me and he said, "Oh, I'm from Metairie." Or how did he say it? Metairie. I'm from Metairie, not Metairie. I'm from Metairie. And he shows me he's got a tattoo of an outline of Louisiana. And
Really,
yeah,
dude. I look. I'm glad you're proud of where you from, but you know anybody with the state of Louisiana
no,
tattooed on them?
no.
Hey, by the way, any regular Dave and Juan listeners out there,
Yeah.
if you got it, hey, good on you. I've never seen that.
No, but so he was born in Costa Rica, lived in New Orleans in the 7th Ward. He's been back. He's been back in Costa Rica since before Katrina. But now he's homeless. Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Been addicted to drugs, but he's clean now. But it's the off season, so he just needs some. He's trying to get some food.
Was that where this was going?
That's exactly where I went. And then now I'm sitting here where I told Joey I was gonna meet her.
Oh,
And I don't know where she is, so I'm just hanging with this
hanging
dude,
out with your new
with my new buddy.
and you recovering in Louisiana. Well,
Yeah.
he probably wasn't making that story up if he actually had a tattoo.
Yeah, I don't think he was because to sit down and say I'm from Metairie, not Metairie. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he knew what he was talking about. I gave him $5.
I was about to say. I
But
was
then
going to ask you, Juan. Did the sales pitch work? I mean, did it?
This is because then he starts talking about churches and everything. It says, so it's like, yeah. But then the worrisome thing over the next 30 minutes, I saw him near me 2 or 3 times again. I said, "Oh, this dude's freaking coming, hit me up for some more money," but he wasn't.
Okay. Your new friend.
My new friend. I don't know his name.
Did you see on Facebook? Because I texted a few of my friends to check out. There was a oil spill in Bayou
On the
Lafourche.
bayou.
What?
Killed 1 crawfish.
Okay, that's another thing that I don't get. I don't get the stupidity. And by the way, I don't know who wrote the story. I don't know who reported the story. I don't know anything about anything. It might be a fantastic journalist / I have no idea who reported the story, but that was the dumbest crap I've ever read in my life when they're talking about, the stuff that, first of all, that's not a big kill. I think it said a turtle.
It wasn't like maybe 4 fish, 2 turtles, and 1
Yeah,
crawfish.
and I think the turtle and the alligators were just they just had oil on them. They weren't.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
couldn't be
no,
caught.
it wasn't 10 anything.
You couldn't
It
catch
was a good bit of oil.
Was it 32,000
Yeah, I
gallons?
think so. Yeah, I mean it was tens of thousands.
So yes, it is. It is.
Well,
Don't get me wrong.
relatively speaking, I'm just sitting down saying for in the bayou.
In a bayou, yes, in a closed area. But then to report that a crawfish was killed.
Right. Here's what you go. There was a minimal fish kill.
They reported. Now, how am I supposed to know that crawfish wasn't already dead?
Well, but still, how do you know
Did
that's
they
the only one?
autopsy that crawfish? Did they?
And did they find, what if one died and got eaten by a fish?
All these things, because I grew up with people that have said, man, wipe that oil off. That's still good.
Didn't get in the shell?
Right? And people like eating crawfish and people like if it comes out a certain way, oh, that one was dead before they. So,
Yeah.
all right. Especially you. It's like Juan eats termites. I mean, he's not going to be
Exactly,
bothered.
man. I'll eat anything now.
Not going to be bothered with that. But yeah. So let's see. Did we? I'm trying to think of what else? We had checklist.
I think we covered it all, man.
Places we've been, airport stories, world falling apart. I am going to say this, and I know this is a recurring thing because I get people now that make comments to me about this, but I thought about it again. The last week before I was at the gym. Man, I'm telling you, there's nothing funnier than a grown man that's taking pickleball serious. I mean, there's just nothing funnier. There's nothing funnier. I mean, I'm finishing up in the locker room, and they got this guy. Might be my age, might be a little younger. I don't know. And man, he's got his paddle out there. He's adjusting the knee stuff. He's doing whatever. You can just tell, man, this guy's about to get out there and play some football. I was just like, God, dude, stop it. It's so wrong.
Did he loosen up first?
I didn't stick with that. He just his initial preparations. And I was kind of, smiling, kind of chuckling. And I don't know, he might've just thought I was in a good mood. And dude, there's nothing funnier. Nothing
I've
funnier.
never seen anybody play, so I don't know what it's like.
They play in it's a virus. I get it. And hey, those of you that are playing it, man, I hope you're enjoying it. Rock and roll with your bad self. Oh, the other minor thing that sort of that ticked me off the last week is you don't have a Ford. Any Fords?
No.
Okay, we got a Ford here. And the Ford app, it's kind of funny. My car is not a Ford, and I don't even have an app. It's funny. I know my car has the stuff. It's not a high-end car. It's a high-end brand. I don't got a high-end part of it, but I'm not paying for an app. I'm not paying for whatever. I don't care. Don't care. But the newer car in our house is a Ford. But the only thing useful about the app, well, you could start it and that kind of stuff. But the first thing would give you the miles left to empty. Like when you get in your car, most of us don't look at a fuel gauge anymore.
No, I don't.
You don't look at a fuel gauge. You look at give me the miles. What's the miles left empty? So the app for the first year or so of the car, it will tell you. It basically is just giving you the reading of what's in the car, right? They changed it. They upgraded their app. Now they give you a percentage of what?
No, look,
How
a couple of
stupid
weeks
can you
ago,
be?
I was showing my daughter something and she didn't realize that you could flip through, the information on the dash and get to miles to empty.
Okay.
She was floored, thought that was the most ingenious thing ever, and said, I'm never changing it off of that. So again, shows you the value any human being puts on that.
Well, I put it on Facebook, I think, and had other people that like responded like, crap. They checked theirs because I guess they don't normally look at their app. Like, what idiot at Ford decided, you know what? It's too easy telling them exactly how many miles they got left to empty, right? Give them a percentage. Make them do some math.
Well, it probably, I don't know. Yeah, really, with percentage, I might as well look at the gauge.
Well, but you can't do it from your house. See, a lot of times it's like you forget how much
to see if you got to go somewhere. Yeah, got to leave in the morning. Do I need to get gas?
you got, but anyway, so I get annoyed when people, why you mess that up? There was no need to mess that up. You messed it up anyway.
New and improved.
It's new. It is not improved. New and annoying from Ford Motor Company. But you know what? Like I said, and this podcast was half price because we didn't do one for them last week. So there you go, everybody. The buffet is before you. We're going to push the button. Get on out of here. See if it's stuck to the magic tape in the sky. By the way, that happened last week. Company that I'm working with, good guys, like them a lot. I lined up the person, the COO of one of the largest banks in the country is a friend. She was nice enough to give us part of her day to do an interview. We get off. Everything's great. It's fantastic. The dude recording supposedly on Zoom was not recording.
At least it wasn't you.
Well, but I'm the one that's got to,
Yeah.
hey, so the good news for her, she's going to be getting a very expensive bottle of wine soon as an
Bad news
apology.
is you're gonna do it again.
And I don't know. Depends how charming I can be, Juan. Because it's really hard to have. I mean, it's like threading a needle to try to get a busy person like that to do it, and then like you come back and saying, yeah, Zoom didn't record it, or actually Zoom was fine. As my friend, apparently mistakes happen. But like you said, that's one of those things. Like you're very forgiving, and then you say, "Thank God that's not me."
Yeah.
Thank God that's not me. All right, everybody. If you want to reach us, we ain't hard to find. It's Dave and Juan at protonmail.com and
right here.
right here, wherever you got us, wherever. You might be on Spotify, you might be on Apple, you might be on.
You could be on iTunes, bro.
iTunes, on iHeart.
Heart.
We're all over the place. You might be watching us on a gas station screen.
On a gas station
somewhere.
pump. You could be on Amazon while you're shopping for groceries.
There you go. Wherever it is, we will be back here to do it. We tell you every week. Well, we didn't do it last week because Juan had to go on vacation.
That's right.
But we hope you took his example, right? He wasn't here to tell you, but he was living his best life.
I had the best week ever.
This dude was eating termites in a foreign locale, right? You may not have had that. I had chili Fritos, so we're both living.
You had better than me.
We're both living it up. But guys, whatever happens here, hey, it's not a hint, suggestion, subtle implication. It is a freaking,
it's a freaking mandate, man.
Get out there and live your best life. Live your best life. All right? Maybe having a great day. If you're having a great day, fantastic. You're having a terrible day, suck it up. It's not every day can be fabulous. It's all in you.
Bad days, they ain't no good days.
That's right. You gotta stick through it. Have a great one, and then we'll come back next week and figure it all out. And
you'll be a year older.
By the time they see this again, yes. Am I really though? I mean, I guess technically, no. I'll be a week older.
You're a day older.
I'll be a week older. I'll be that much closer to having to go get my driver's license renewed.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to get glasses before I go get my driver's license renewed because I know. I mean, I think I can see fine until. Like, I know
so you got to
cheated.
See that stuff.
Yeah, I cheated on the last one. So 10 years later, let's see if I can cheat again. We'll see.
Yeah, look, man, they gave my dad last year when he turned 89, he had to have his license renewed. And I think he got it for 6 years. So
there you go.
If your vision's not 2020, I think you're all right.
There you go. All right. Well, we were getting out of here. So let's just do that. Everybody have a fantastic week. Love you, bro.
Back at you, dude. We're landing totally at 11:40. Well, the shuttle stops running at 11:30. I said, that's freaking great. So I'm aggravated with that. And I said, the whole damn reason we stayed there, which really wasn't, but I'm gonna make it sound like it was. So then we get, it takes you 8,000 hours, it felt like, to walk through the airport.
That was a huge.
And so we're out there waiting for get Uber. So we're driving. We passed by another Holiday Inn Express because there's only, I'm sure there's only one Holiday Inn Express near the airport in Joey's mind. And she tells the Uber driver, that you passed it up. That's where we're supposed to be. And he said, well, that's not the address you put in. And she says, well, I don't know, but that's where we're staying. And then he says, well, you got to update it. Go update it in the app while we're going. And, you can't figure out how to do that. And dude, it's like, That's like, sir, what do we do? What do we do? And he said, I'm taking care of it. I'm going to get you there. And it's like being ugly about it. I said, oh, sorry, bro. Whatever. Just don't drop me out on the freaking side of the road. So we get to the hotel. And as we're driving up, I know. I'll wait till we get out of the car. I said, this ain't the hotel. So we got dropped off at the wrong Holiday Inn. So we were on our way to the right one.
So she just saw it and said, oh.
She saw it, and it's on the same frontage road or something, which is probably 100 miles long. So then, give me the address. I'm going to get another Uber now. So get it. Go for wait another 10 minutes with Uber.
Not the same guy.
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done that. No. In fact, I switched from Uber to Lyft just to make sure. So we drive, get there, drive up. Now we put in the wrong address. It was like 1550 or it's 4550, and we put in 1550. And so this guy was cool, and
y'all didn't deserve to get home, bro.
Dude, it was when I was so ticked off.
It's over. Go home.